Hey everybody, Chris Stokes from Custom Fitness here. We have decorated so nicely for the Christmas holiday here. I wanted to talk to you today about moving your lunges. So did you know that your knee kind of gets caught in the middle? If you really think about it, your knee can't provide movement without your ankle moving and your hip moving. So if you leave your leg here and you try to move just your knee, you really can't go anywhere without the hip actually getting involved or the ankle getting involved. So a lot of times we have knee pain from lunges, and we've gone over before kind of lunge form and technique with that and how to fix that part. But sometimes we run into trouble still, and so lunges are one of those things that you hear about whenever people are really wanting to focus on the lower body, on the glutes. They want to tone up their legs, get everything looking good, and want to feel stronger, and that's great. But you got to do them right, and you got to be able to add some variety into life. Number one, it spices things up, keeps you from getting bored. But number two, it helps your muscles to actually react better and to be stronger in a more balanced fashion. So take runners, for instance. They're constantly moving forward at a certain gait, at a certain speed, and their body gets used to that. But it starts to weaken in the other areas where they don't maybe move to the side so much or the back so much. They're constantly moving forward, and a lot of times they end up with some knee issues around that. Sometimes those knee issues are just from moving one direction. Obviously, there's a million different reasons that can be caused from, and that's something that we do with our clients is kind of bring them in from that situation, try to figure out what's going on, and then strengthen and cross-train so that then their running can become better and more powerful. But when we're talking about lunges, a lot of times people think about a lunge and they think about this front foot forward, back foot back, and down and up, and a lot of people's lunges look like this and things like that. They're kind of all over the place. So in a true lunge, we want to be sure that we've got enough space that our back heel has to roll up off the ground, that when we go down that our front leg bears the weight, but our back leg controls the movement, so we actually bend this back knee first. So as we drop that down, our front knee ends up on top of our ankle rather than out here in front. So that would be our static or our stationary lunge, where maybe we're just going to go down and up in the repetitions. What if you want to change things up? What if you need to help those knees to feel a little bit better and that down and up in the middle just doesn't feel so good? Well, first off, you could elevate. You could easily have that same lunge stance here, only you could put your back leg up on a chair or a bench, something solid, not on wheels, obviously, and be able to elevate that lunge, change the position just a little bit, and change what you're feeling. You could also take and elevate your front foot up on a step and be able to elevate the lunge in that direction. So each time that you elevate in a different way, it's going to change how the lunge affects you. Now, what else could you do on the floor? Well, you could do some side lunges. So maybe you start on one side, and you step out to the side, and instead of thinking bend down with that knee, we sit back with the hips. And what that would look like from the side here is we'd step out, and we would sit back so that, again, our knee ends up pretty close to on top of the ankle, instead of out here in front, where we're putting the pressure into that knee. We sit back, and we put the pressure into the hip. So we might do some in and outs here, sitting back into our lunges. So we've got our forward lunge where we step forward into a lunge, down and up. Or we've got a rear lunge where we step back into a lunge, down and up. Or we have our side lunge or our lateral lunge where we step out and sit and come back up. Now maybe you alternate sides, forward, back, rear, side to side, doesn't matter. Or maybe you go one side and then go the other. So that's one way to take care of the lunges. Now once you get that down and you're starting to move with your lunges, you're going to start to notice that you've built strength through the outside of the hip, through the back of the hip, through the front of the hip, and even through the inside of the thigh, which is all going to wrap around to support that joint, support that movement, and help your knee then to not take the brunt of your lunge. So again, form a technique first, but then adding some variety with some movement patterns. We've used some discs before and things like that you could easily add in to where you're not having to step, but rather sliding into that lunge. I think we'll go over that again here pretty soon. But for you, if you've got questions on your lunges, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'd love to help you out with that. And if this is something that kind of brings some interest to mind, that maybe you've got some muscle imbalances, you feel like maybe part of your body's weaker than the other part, and you'd like to be able to balance that out and quit having so many injuries, we'd love to help you out with that. Feel free to give us a call, 806-322-3188. And for right now, through December 11th, we went ahead and extended it through the 11th. We've got our $1 for December program, where if you decide that you're ready to commit to January, getting ready, getting fit, getting in shape, it could be the downsize program, it could be our private training sessions, whichever is most comfortable for you. But if you decide that that's what you want to do in January and you're ready to do that, then we will give you the whole month of December for $1. So all you have to do is leave a comment below or give us a call, 806-322-3188, and we'll get you set up for that program where you get all of December, what's left of it, there's still a whole bunch, for $1. And all that means is you're getting ready and geared up for 2018. So we're looking forward to 2018. I hope you are too. We've got a few weeks left. We're going to enjoy 2017 and try to hit every goal that we possibly can before we get to that point. So give us a call and we will talk with you soon.